Morning, welcome to part 14 of Colin's Reading Aloud project. 10 more minutes, here we go. Amplifiable, amplification, amplifications, amplified, amplifier, amplifiers, amplifies, amplify, amplifying, amplitude, amplitudes, amplosome, amplosomes, ampli, ampoule, ampoules, amps, ampule, ampule, ampules, ampulla, ampulatial, ampulaceous, ampullae, ampullar, ampullary, ampulosities, ampulosity, amples, amputate, amputated, amputates, amputating, amputation, amputations, amputator, amputators, amputee, amputees, amrita, amritas, amrit, amrita, amritas, amritatva, amritatvas, amrits, amsinkia, amsinkias, amptman, amptmans, Amtrak, Amtrak, Amtrax, Amtrax, Amtrak, Amtrax, Amu, Amok, Amuks, Amulet, Amuletic, Amulets, Amuse, Amusable, Amuse, Amusable, Amused, Amusedly, Amusement, Amusements, Amuser, Amusers, Amuses, Amusette, Amusettes, Amusia, Amusias, Amusic, Amusing, Amusingly, Amusingness, Amusingnesses, Amusive, Amusiveness, Amusivenesses, Amygdal, Amygdala, Amygdalaceous, Amygdalae, Amygdalate, Amygdale, Amygdales, Amygdalin, Amygdaline, Amygdalins, Amygdaloid, Amygdaloidal, Amygdaloids, Amygdals, Amygdule, Amygdules, Amyl, Amylaceous, Amylase, Amylases, Amyline, Amylines, Amylic, Amylobarbitone, Amylobarbitones, Amylogen, Amylogens, Amyloid, Amyloidal, Amyloidoses, Amyloidosis, Amyloidosis, Amyloids, Amylolos, Amylolyses, Amylolysis, Amylolytic, Amylopectin, Amylopectins, Amyloplast, Amyloplasts, Amylopsin, Amylopsins, Amylos, Amyloses, Amyls, Amylum, Amylums, Amyotonia, Amyotonias, Amyotropic, Amyotrophies, Amyotrophy, Amital, Amitals, Anna, Anabana, Anabanas, Anabanted, Anabantids, Anabaptized, Anabaptized, Anabaptizes, Anabaptizing, Anabaptism, Anabaptisms, Anabaptist, Anabaptistic, Anabaptists, Anabaptize, Anabaptized, Anabaptizes, Anabaptizing, Anabaz, Anabases, Anabasis, Anabatic, Anabioses, Anabiosis, Anabiotic, Anablepses, Anablepses, Anabolic, Anabolism, Anabolisms, Anabolite, Anabolites, Anabolytic, Anabranches, Anacardiaceous, Anacardium, Anacardiums, Anacatharsis, Anacatharses, Anacatharsis, Anacathartic, Anacathartics, Anacharis, Anacharises, Anachorism, Anachorisms, Anachronic, Anachronical, Anachronically, Anachronism, Anachronisms, Anachronistic, Anachronous, Anachronously, Anaclastic, Anaclinal, Anaclises, Anaclysis, Anaclitic, Anacolutha, Anacoleuthia, Anacoluthias, Anacoluthic, Anacoleuthically, Anacoleuthon, Anacoleuthons, Anaconda, Anacondas, Anacoustic, Anacreontic, Anacreontically, Anacreontics, Anacruses, Anacrusis, Anacrustic, Anadem, Anadems, Anadiploses, Anadiplosis, Anadromus, Anadiomene, Anemia, Anemias, Anemic, Anemically, Anaerobe, Anaerobes, Anaerobia, Anaerobic, Anaerobically, Anaerobiont, Anaerobionts, Anaerobioses, Anaerobiosis, Anaerobiotic, Anaerobium, Anestheses, Anesthesia, Anesthesias, Anesthesiology, Anesthesis, Anesthetic, Anesthetically, Anesthetics, Anesthetize, Anesthetized, Anesthetizes, Anesthetizing, Anesthetist, Anesthetists, Anesthetize, Anesthetized, Anesthetizes, Anesthetizing, Anagenesis, Anagenesis, Anaglyph, Anaglyphic, Anaglyphical, Anaglyphes, Anaglyphs, Anaglyphi, Anaglyptic, Anaglyptical, Anagnorices, Anagnorisis, Anagoge, Anagoges, Anagogic, Anagogical, Anagogically, Anagogies, Anagogy, anagram, anagrammatic, anagrammatical, anagrammatize, anagrammatized, anagrammatizes, anagrammatizing, anagrammatism, anagrammatisms, anagrammatist, anagrammatists, anagrammatize, anagrammatized, anagrammatizes, anagrammatizing, anagrammed, anagrammer, anagrammers, anagramming, anagrams, anal, anal cyme, anal cymes, anal simic, anal site, anal sites, analector, analectic, analects, analemma, analemmas, analemata, analematic, analeptic, analeptics, analgesia, analgesias, analgesic, analgesics, analgetic, analgetics, analgia, analgias, analities, anality, anally, analog, analoga, analogic, analogical, analogically, analogies, analogize, analogized, analogizes, analogizing, analogism, analogisms, analogist, analogists, analogize, analogized, analogizes, analogizing, analogon, analogons, analogous, analogously, analogousness, analogiousnesses, analogs, analogs, analogy, analphabet, analphabet, analphabets, analphabetic, analphabetics, analphabetism, analphabetisms, analphabets, analyzabilities, analyzability, analyzable, analysand, analysands, analysation, analysations, analyze, analysed, analyzer, analyzers, analyzes, analysing, analysis, analyst, analysts, analyte, analytes, analytic, analytical, analytically, analyticities, analyticity, analytics, analyzabilities, analyzability, analyzable, analysation, analysations, analyze, analysed, analyzer, analyzers, analyzes, analysing, anamnesis, anamnesis, anamnestic, anamnestically, anamniote, anamniotes, anamniotic, anamorphic, anamorphism, anamorphisms, anamorphoscope, anamorphoscopes, anamorphoses, anamorphosis, anamorphous, anan, anana, ananas, ananasis, ananases, ananda, anandamide, anandamides, anandas, anandrous, ananki, anankis, ananthus, ananapaist, ananapaistic, ananapaistical, anapaists, anapest, anapestic, anapastics, anapests, anaphase, anaphases, anaphasic, anaphor, anaphora, anaphoral, anaphors, anaphoreses, anaphoresis, anaphoric, anaphorical, anaphorically, anaphors, anaphrodisia, anaphrodisiac, anaphrodisiacs, anaphrodisias, anaphylactic, anaphylactoid, anaphylaxes, anaphylaxes, anaphylaxis, anaphylaxy, anaplasia, anaplasias, anaplasmoses, anaplasmosis, anaplastic, anaplasties, anaplasty, anapleroses, anaplerosis, anaplerotic, anaptictic, anaptictical, anaptixes, anaptixis, anarch, anarchal, anarchial, anarchic, anarchical, anarchically, anarchies, anarchize, anarchized, anarchizes, anarchizing, anarchism, anarchisms, anarchist, anarchistic, anarchistically, anarchists, anarchize, anarchized, anarchizes, anarchizing, anarchs, anarchy, anarthria, anarthrias, anarthric, anarthrous, anarthrously, anarthrousness, anas, anasarca, anasarcas, anasarcus, anastases, anastasis, anastatic, anastigmatic, anastigmat, anastigmatic, anastigmatism, anastigmatisms, anastigmats, anastomose, anastomosed, anastomoses, anastomosing, anastomosis, anastomotic, anastrophe, anastrophes, anastrazole, anastrazoles, anata, anatas, anates, anatases, anatexes, anatexis, anathema, anathemas, anathemata, anathematical, anathematicals, anathematize, anathematized, anathematizes, anathematizing, anathematize, anathematized, anathematizes, anathematizing, anatman, anatmans, anatomic, anatomical, anatomically, anatomies, anatomization, anatomizations, anatomize, anatomized, anatomizer, anatomizers, anatomizes, anatomizing, anatomist, anatomists, anatomization, anatomizations, anatomize, anatomized, anatomizer, anatomizers, anatomizes, anatomizing, anatomy, anatoxin, anatoxins, anatropies, anatropus, anatropy, anatta, anattas, anato, anatos, anaxial, anburies, anbury, ants, ancestor, ancestored, ancestorial, ancestoring, ancestors, ancestral, ancestrally, ancestrals. And that's 10 minutes, and I'll see you tomorrow.